I propped my legs on my desk. I didn't wear shoes, didn't need them. I'd picked out a pair of nerveless feet, straight metal phalanges. They worked as good as realistic feet, with all the rusted rebar and shards of rubble lying around. Who needed foot nerves? Leaning back on my chair, my fedora rested over my synthetic eyes. Blackness dominated my grayscale vision. Most synthetics knew not even of the concept of color, but I'd had it explained to me in my more optimistic days. A cigarette lay limp between my lips. Simply breathing, I let the smoke mosey in and out of my lungs as it pleased. My hands rested on my chest, robotic fingers interlocked. My arms had sensation, but I'd gotten a clear synthetic skin. They could feel, supposedly, as real hands, but I kept the clear coat to remind me that I was a synthetic. Plus, having visible robotic bits let the feds know I was a legit synthetic. My office was in the old Washington Pavilion. Before that, it was a high school. The building had been repurposed more times than a demoted prostitute. The grand hall housed a gob of middle-class synthetics. They pooled resources and protected each other. No one bothered them much. They had nothing worth taking. Since I got paid from time to time, they let me rent a room on the first floor. Windowless and small, it served me fine. You had to be someone to have your own space. Not saying I was someone, just that I wasn't going to complain. My frosted glass door knocked in nostalgia. Stencil Oliver Grey, P.I., silhouetted backwards at the bottom. A coat rack made of horseshoes sat off to the side of the door. Stained and tattered, my trench coat hung. Against the wall, my cot doubled as a sofa, sleeping bag and burlap pillow on top. 3 steady knocks rapped at my door. "Who is it?" I asked, not removing my fedora.
"Mr. Grey?"
A dame's voice called from the other side. A sweet voice without polluted air rasp.
"I need your help."
Dropping my feet and tilting up my hat, I looked to the window. The frosted silhouette alone wasn't my normal type of clientele. "Just 1 sec. I'll buzz you in." I pressed a button on the wall behind. With a dying cicada buzz, the door opened. As if Lauren Bacall herself wandered off the silver screen, the dame entered. Waist belt taut, her trench coat dangled past her knees. Leather boots slithered up past the hem. Her hair was parted at her left. Curls dangled over her right eye. They were soft eyes, light in the center. Sure, all eyes looked real, but those were particularly nice.
"I've heard you were a Bogart man,"
she said, smiling from one corner of her lips. How? I couldn't get my thoughts out. Such an unrealistically realistic-looking woman. Sioux Falls never got that kind of class.
"I've done my research. I thought I'd play the part. I love those old black and white movies, too. Something clean, yet dirty. Dark. You know what I mean?"
I huffed in a breath of cig, nodding. "Scanning my office," she said.
"You truly let that theme take hold."
"Sometimes it's easier believing your rotten lot isn't real." The dame smiled, one corner of her lips higher than the other. "How can I help you, miss?"
"Constaze Belmonte."
"Miss Belmonte."
"Constaze. Please."
"All right, Constaze. What brings you here?"
"I heard you're the best."
"I don't know who told you that."
"Well, the best that will keep his mouth shut to the feds."
"Sure, I might keep my mouth shut, but I'm not out to do anything to get in trouble with them either."
"What if you were paid well?"
I shrugged. She drooped her lips to pouty.
"It won't hurt you to hear me out, will it? I could get in trouble just for making the request. I know there is a chance you won't help me, but at least you won't tell them I asked."
How could I say no to such a dame? "Okay, what do you got?"
"I want you to find the Natals."
My heart didn't get truckin' very often, but she had just kick-started it. You can't be serious.
Dead serious.
That's what I'll be. That's what you'll be if they find out we're doing that.